Hey guys, I just wanted to go quickly, like very quickly, over what the lesson is if you missed it. I really hope that you can come to the lessons at 11 because it will just be a lot easier. Today it was a little messy because it was the first day and technology stopped working. So it'll be better tomorrow. It'll get better every day. It's like e-learning. So what I want to talk about first is really simple. So right here we have a square, right? And a square is a plane shape. A plane shape means it is flat, okay? This is a cylinder. It is not a plane shape. It is three-dimensional. Plane shapes are two-dimensional, flat. They lay flat. I'm trying to find another one, but I can't find one right here. That's not something I just said, okay? So a plane shape is flat, okay? And it's two-dimensional, okay? So the next thing is I want to talk about open and closed shapes. So when I draw a circle, I start and end at the same place, okay? Because I start and end at the same place, that's called a closed shape. There's no gap, it's closed. If I were to trace this book, okay, that is a closed shape. I start here, I go all the way around, and I stop where I started. Now, the opposite of a closed shape is an open shape. So if I had this, that is an open shape. There's a missing line right here. I start here, I go down and around, but I don't stop where I started, okay? This would be an open shape. This would be a closed shape. So a closed shape starts and ends at the same spot, okay? So let's try some, okay? This letter Z, is that a closed or an open shape? 1, 2, 3. It is an open shape. I start at the top, go down, I don't go back up. So that is an open shape. This next one here, 3, 2, 1, that is a closed shape. If I start somewhere, I will end there. There's no opening. This is a closed shape. But this one has some curved lines. So think about it. 3, 2, 1. It is a closed shape. There's no opening. And this one. 3, 2, 1. It is a open shape right up at the top. You see there's not a line. It didn't close. So that's an open shape. All right, last one. Do I start and end at the same spot? It's an open shape right up at the top. So the next thing, so the first thing you need to know is a plane shape is flat. The second thing you need to know is the difference between open and a closed shape. And then the third thing you need to know are 4 terms, vocabulary, for describing the sides of a shape. So the first thing I do, and I always do mine with hand motions, is a fist. This is what we're going to call a point. A point is a place in space and line. So when you would see that in your book, it would look like this. There is a point and there's a letter, so that is point E. So we show that like this, okay? The next thing we would show is I want to show you a line. So to do a line, you're going to use your hands like this and pretend they're arrows because a line has 2 arrows on the end. If I stretch them out, there's a there, arrow, there, a line has 2 arrows on the end and it keeps going forever. It doesn't stop. Now, if I were to take one of my arrows, and I would close it into a point, an end point, and then the other hand was still an arrow, so I have one point, so it ends on this side, but it keeps going in this direction forever. No longer a line, it's called a ray, R-A-Y. So an arrow going off in one direction, in this direction, it's a fist, it's a point. Stop. So there's my arrow, and there's my fist, say ray. Now, if I were to take my other arrow and I would close it and have 2 endpoints, it is no longer a line, It is no longer a ray, it is a line segment. Line segment, chop the part of the line, and it has 2 endpoints, so it stops, and it's a line segment. 2 fists make a line segment. And we show that like this, line segment, ST. Right, so let's review those real quick so you can do your math. If I have just a point or just a dot, it's a point, point E. If I have 2 arrows on the end, and that is a line, it goes on forever. It doesn't stop. 2 arrows, straight. So like you would see it like this. This is line VW. Then if I said, is there a point on this line? You could say, yep, B, or yep, W. All right, got a message on my thumb. Watch. Then if I had an endpoint and an arrow, that is an array. It would look like this. Ray E, F, and that E is the point. Sorry, my computer goes backwards. And lastly, if I have 2 endpoints, that is a line segment. So that's all you need to know to do the last page of the Seesaw. Go all the way to the bottom, or go through all the slides, read them. There's a video, watch the video. It's way cooler than me. And then do the last page and turn it in. And I really hope to see you tomorrow at 11 so you can learn some new math and just so I can see you because we're missing a lot of you. So see you tomorrow. Happy Tuesday.